Hello, Atlanta Athletic members. Matt Check, PGA teaching professional here at the club. Today we're going to go over some ingredients for the chip and run and the pitch shot, two different shots that can be played around the greens. It's very important that you get these ingredients to set up and swing for each shot. If you kind of mix up the ingredients, you're going to have a lot of trouble hitting these shots. So let's talk about the normal chip and run first. A chip and run, better known as a pinch shot, because you're pinching the club against the ground. You're actually hitting the ball first, and then the ground is going to come out low and should release a little bit. That is a more predictable, more consistent shot because it's a shorter swing. When we're setting up for a chip and run, we want to make sure that our heels are about one club head away. The front toe is somewhat flared to get that front shoulder over it. We always want to have our hands loose and our arms loose when we're hitting any short game shot. And we need to use a 56 or more. So a gap wedge, pitching wedge, even all the way up to a 7-iron, you'll see professionals use for these chip and runs. It's very important that we don't use the 60-degree wedge too much off of the fairway. It's very hard to hit, and it doesn't have as much bounce. So I'd rather you take a sand wedge as I have here and soften it up by adding loft to be more of a 60 than anything else. And I would prefer to use a pitching wedge or something like that. So we're going to hit to this hole right here. I'm going to draw a picture in my head like Jack and Tiger said they used to, and see what the ball should do for a chip and run. So I chip and run, I'm going to set up just like I said. And the release for a chip and run needs to be pointed at the left hip with the shaft. Pointed at the left hip with the shaft. That's going to make sure that you're doing it correctly. Now to shot number 2, the pitch shot, also known in my opinion as the gravity shot. We get to take this sand wedge and open it up a little bit and soften up the loft so the bounce is on the ground and we can utilize that bounce. It's very important that we know the ingredients here. For a lofted little pitch, we need to use the bounce, especially on this fairway here. So if I set up for the gravity shot with the face a little bit open, I need to drop my hands a little bit more. So I'm going to stand slightly farther away from it. Now from here, I'm going to go 2 club lengths with my heels, still front foot flared. But when I drop those hands, my back shoulder goes with it just a hair and help me to launch it up. Now this is going to be more of a finish out in front of me, higher and pointed more at my belly button. What I see normally on a pitch shot is somebody that goes too short and has to accelerate. That's why I call it a gravity shot. I want to take it back plenty far with enough energy going back that I can just let the gravity slide under the ball and hit it. So I draw my pitcher in my head. I get to land this one on the green, open that sand wedge up instead of using my 60. A little wider stance, hands a little bit lower, a little farther away. So those are 2 shots that you can hit around the greens. One's a chip and run, or better known in my opinion as a pinch. And the second one is the pitch shot, or better known as a gravity shot. Try these 2 around the greens, making sure you have all your ingredients right, and see how you do. Thank you for watching.